Hey guys, and welcome! In today's video I'm gonna show you my favorite setup for the new Ghostmaker R10 Crossbow in Battlefield 2042 and also give you some general tips to the weapon and especially to its ammunition types. The Ghostmaker unlocks at level 29 of the Battle Pass, and like I already said in my video about the BSVM, I would highly recommend to get into some solo games against beginner AI first. Not only to get used to the weapon and try it out, but also to unlock all of its attachments. In general, the Ghostmaker doesn't have as many attachments as other weapons, but there are a few grips to unlock and also the different scopes and ammunition types. Barrel attachments like muzzle brakes, compensators or suppressors are of course not available for it because they wouldn't make much sense. So for the barrel there's only the factory barrel and nothing else. For the scopes, there are a lot of different ones, from the Fusion and DD Holo to the two hybrid scopes, Maul and Ghost, and for the crossbow I personally prefer the Maul hybrid, cause it's perfectly made for all ranges of the Ghostmaker with the 3x scope for all mid and long range shots and the red dot sight for close range combat. During the match you can easily switch between the two sights by pressing F on PC or the right stick on controller while aiming down sights. For the underbarrel attachments there are the laser sight, flashlight, LWG, Cobra and BCG light grip available, but the only thing that really makes sense here is either the Cobra or the BCG grip. Both increase the accuracy of the weapon when static and aimed down sights, and that's exactly what you need. The Cobra will give you a bit more accuracy when static, what you are when you are firing with the bow, and the BCG increases the accuracy when aimed down sights, and that's what you will do for 90% of the shots as well. But which one you use is actually up to you. I tried both and couldn't really find much of a difference between them when it comes to accuracy and weapon handling, so I went with the Cobra at the end, but both work fine. What I tried out as well, but doesn't make much sense for the Ghostmaker, is the laser sight. I'm usually a big fan of it on SMGs or even on some of the assault rifles, but for the crossbow it seems pretty useless cause the hipfire accuracy is so bad that the small increase in hipfire through the laser doesn't make it good enough to be a real advantage. But the most interesting part of the crossbow are actually the three types of ammunition. The one you start with is the standard bolt, and then you unlock the bolt rack and the explosive bolt after a while. And all of these ammunition types have their advantages and disadvantages. By default, I would always recommend to go with the standard bolt, cause this is the one with the most firepower and range. It's very accurate and reliable, and within 30 meters absolutely lethal. It doesn't matter where you hit the enemy exactly, all shots within a range of 30 meters are a one-shot kill. Above 30 meters you will need 2 bolts, and then at a certain range that I haven't tested you need even more, but you will mostly move within the 1-shot or 2-shot range. Headshots however are always 1-shot. And that's also what makes this crossbow so strong, cause even though it feels like a sniper rifle when it comes to the fire rate, it feels more like a shotgun when it comes to firepower, especially within these 30 meters. So when you hit, it will definitely be a kill, but when you miss on the other hand, you will mostly not have a second chance. So hitting your shots is important here. And that also doesn't change with the second ammo type you unlock, which is the bolt rack. With this variation you will have a small rack of bolts mounted to your crossbow that you can fire a bit faster than the standard bolt, but then again not fast enough to be a real alternative for close combat. Plus, after emptying the rack, the reload time is relatively long. But that's not even what makes this rack so bad, cause the worst thing about it is the massive reduction in firepower, or at least in the one-shot range. Cause with the bolt rack, only enemies that are 5 meters or less away from you will be one-shot. For every enemy further away, you will need 2, 3 or even more bolts. And that takes away the whole advantage of the faster fire rate and makes this ammo type completely useless, at least in my opinion. So I would only recommend to use it if you run out of ammo, but even in this case you will be better off with any of the sidearms. And the last ammo type for the Ghostmaker, and that's definitely the most fun to play with, is the explosive bolt. This one is pretty similar to the standard bolt in reload speed, fire rate and firepower, but the damage is dealt in a different way, cause the explosive bolt gets stuck and then explodes after a short delay. This works when you shoot the bolt at vehicles, to the ground or directly at an enemy soldier. The first hit will only deal some damage, and then the explosion causes the kill, and the enemy can't do anything against it once they were hit and the bolt got stuck, which is probably why it's called Ghostmaker. But for this ammo type, it's the same as for all others. You have to hit, otherwise there's no second chance. Because if you miss your target, the bolt will still explode, but it doesn't deal much area damage. So the chance to get a kill is really low unless the target was already low on health. Against vehicles, it only deals very little damage, so it's not really worth using it for this purpose. But against infantry, it's quite fun. So to sum it up real quick, my preferred setup for the crossbow is the Maul hybrid scope for all ranges, the Cobra grip for more accuracy, the standard bolt as default ammunition type for a one-shot kill within 30 meters, and the explosive bolt just for fun. And at the end, 2 things you should know about the crossbow and that are not mentioned anywhere in the description. The first thing is that even though it's not a rifle and much more quiet than any of the other weapons, it still gets you spotted on the minimap when shooting. And not only on close range, like when you are using one of the light suppressors on the other weapons, but on all ranges. So there's no minimap stealth at all for the crossbow, which is actually a bit strange considering that it's such a quiet weapon. But just in case you thought it would have minimap stealth, well, it doesn't. But what it has on the other hand, and that's even more confusing, is the Hitmarker stealth that the new BSVM marksman rifle has as well. So when an enemy gets hit by the crossbow, they will only have a reduced hit marker where the direction arrow is missing, which makes it harder to pin down the direction they've been shot from. And usually this Hitmarker stealth is only available for weapons with heavy suppressors and subsonic ammo alongside a full minimap stealth. But it seems like for the crossbow everything is a little bit different. So Hitmarker stealth yes, but minimap stealth no. And that's it for today. I hope this video gave you some good insight on the new Ghostmaker crossbow in Battlefield 2042 and you will have fun playing it once it's unlocked. If you should have problems leveling up the battle pass, check out the video I made with some tips on how to level up faster. And if you enjoyed this video here, be sure to leave a like or a comment below and subscribe to the channel to stay tuned for more content like this. Until then, thanks for watching. I'm the Catwoman and you are awesome.